Hey guys, so I'm here with another video for you guys, and I'm here talking about why I like Roman Reigns. Now this debate has been going on for months, maybe even years now, about Roman Reigns, so I haven't got the opportunity to give my thoughts on that guy. Of course, it all started way back in 2014 when he was in the Shield with Rollins and Ambrose. And it was at the Royal Rumble of 2014 when he lasted the final two against Batista, and Reigns was getting cheered while Batista was getting booed. And even though Reigns was getting more popular cheers, he got eliminated. And we all know what happened to Batista. He got murdered at the Royal Rumble. The show ended with a bunch of boos towards Batista. We fast forward 12 months later as we all realized the landscape was the exact same thing. Even though Reigns had won, everybody was still booing because they wanted their man Daniel Bryan. And after that happened, everybody pretty much blamed Reigns for all of Bryan's, I guess, failures, I don't know. When he came down to the ring at WrestleMania last year, he was getting, like when he was walking down through the crowd, they were pushing him and trying to kill him basically, so he needed security guards to escort him to the ring. December of last year, where he beats Sheamus for the title and he gets a massive pop. The weeks following that, he's getting cheers, and then we get to the Royal Rumble of this year and he gets booed again, and then he gets booed at Mania. Just recently at Hell in a Cell, he got like a mixed reaction. I remember a few months ago, the adults were chanting "You can't wrestle," while the kids were like, "Yes, he can." It was like, "You can wrestle, yes, he can." There was an article I read about, you know, Reigns being pushed or whatever. And it said, you know, that all the men are hating him, while there might be a chance of even kids going against him. But then all the ladies love him. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. When it comes to somebody being related to a popular superstar, like in this case he's with The Rock, people automatically assume that, you know, he's only here because of The Rock. He didn't even go into, like, you know, he didn't even get to wrestle in places like New Japan Pro Wrestling, or maybe even like Ring of Honor, or my voice cracked, or NXT. See, I mean, he was just straight into the company. But then if we look at The Rock, the guy debuted in '96, and in that time period, he already became IC champion. I think he was pushed a little faster than Roman Reigns did. Maybe not as quick, but a little faster, I think. I see people saying that he's a far better worker than the likes of Goldberg and Diesel, which could be true. Diesel, as we all know, became champion in '95. But from what I keep hearing, he was a mediocre champion, that his matches were slow and boring. It was because of Bret Hart that he got a good match for the championship. I mean, it was because of him that he got at least one good match in his title reign. Look at Goldberg. Now, no disrespect to these two guys. I mean, I respect what they did for the business, but let's look at him now. From what I hear, now this is so retarded. I'm going off topic here. This is so dumb. I see people talking about gimmicks that were stolen from WCW to WWE, and they won't talk about gimmicks that were stolen from WWE to WCW. Like, look at Goldberg. It's obvious that he stole Stone Cold Steve Austin's look. Shaved head or bald head, black trunks. Maybe even facial hair, goatee. Like, I don't think I've heard anybody talk about gimmicks that were stolen from WWE to WCW. See, doesn't make any sense either. I'm going off on a side issue, but as we all know, usually with guys like Big Daddy V or Yokozuna, or maybe even Big Show or Mark Henry, people say that those guys are unsafe to work with because they injure their opponents. And when that happens, they usually stop pushing them. That happened to Big Daddy V or Viscera or Mabel, whatever you want to call him. They stopped pushing him because he was unsafe to work with. But for some reason, WCW, even though Goldberg was like paralyzing and hurting other wrestlers, they kept pushing him for no reason. The guy ended Bret Hart's career, for God's sakes. Kicked him in the side of the head, gave him a concussion, and they still pushed him. I think they did. I mean, the guy's hurting other wrestlers, and yet you're gonna still push him. You know, I thought that was really dumb. I mean, I can't believe he got out wrestled by Chris Jericho and by William Regal. But I mean, let's be honest here. All Goldberg had, from what I heard, was the spear and the jackhammer, and maybe even a few other decent moves. Like, one move that I do like is when he does the gorilla press and then like throws him up for a second, or like brings him down and like does it into like a spine buster. I like that move. That move is cool. And I see people saying that Roman Reigns is better on the mic than Goldberg. I'm not kidding. I swear I'm not kidding. And they say he's better than Diesel too. Like, I don't know. That might be true, because I've seen Diesel's promos. I mean, like, his voice when he talks, it's not that good. I see people saying that, you know, they can't compare him to Scott Hall, to his friend Scott Hall, you know. But anyways, back to the point. So I think Roman Reigns has been improving on a weekly basis. I mean, And I remember he does that one cool power bomb where he like gets him into like a razor's edge type of position, throws him up in the air, and then gets him into a power bomb. You know, I think that's a cool move. He's been getting a little better on the mic, not a lot, but maybe a little better on the mic. He's been improving on his moveset, maybe not a lot, but at least, you know, good enough, or maybe decently. He's been able to improve as of late. You know, I think he's been improving. And I understand, you know, he was pushed too early, you know, into the main event of WrestleMania 31. I understand that, okay? I don't get me wrong, I could see that, you know. After 2 years, he gets into the main event. But then let's look at this though. Look at Stone Cold Steve Austin. The guy got into the main event after like maybe 2 or 3 years. People might complain that he should have been a lot more original because he pretty much retained most of the Shield attire and the theme song. I would go with it. I mean, at least he got, you know, that new vest, at least, I guess. I think it's cool, the 2 R's, the logo. I was happy about him main eventing WrestleMania back to back. I actually had no problem with it. I was fine with it. And see, this is what I also hate. Like, I see people bashing him nonstop. And then at SummerSlam, when Dolph Ziggler and Finn Balor became #1 contenders for the 2 main titles, I saw this one guy's YouTube video, and he's like, yeah, Roman Reigns is a much better wrestler than Ziggler and Balor. And I'm like, okay, so you're telling me you hated Roman Reigns a few months ago, now you like him all of a sudden? And he's like, he earns my respect, you know, for his performance against Finn Balor, that one match that they had together. I do not know. It's like a wrestler gets hated for months, and then all of a sudden some people like him now, like kind of like Cena. But I'm serious. I see people saying that Reigns is a much better worker than, again, Goldberg and Diesel. And I think he's improving, and the thing is too, people, you know, people might complain about how his promos were in the past, but then again, that wasn't his fault though. He's just doing what he's told to do, whether he agrees or disagrees with it. I mean, how would you guys feel? I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, if this was real life and he got booze for like 2 years, I'm pretty sure he would just go up to somebody and just beat the hell out of him. Like, if you're a babyface and you get booed, you have to keep your cool. You just have to. I'm pretty sure it's tough. And you never know. Cena probably talked to him backstage like, hey man, you know, I grant wishes to kids. I do this stuff, and they still boo me. So just go out there and take it in. So yeah, that's gonna wrap this video up, guys. If you guys want me to give your thoughts on Reigns, and if you want me to give my thoughts on any wrestler, then that's fine. I know the Chick Talent did it. One of my subscribers used to give his thoughts on certain wrestlers. So if you guys want me to do that, I can do that. So Roman Reigns, if you're watching, I'm with you. Even if I am the only one, I support you, and I'm pretty sure one day you will get over it. It might take years, but I'm pretty sure one day you will get over it. All right, so that's gonna wrap this video up, guys. Until then. Reklez Rich, signing out.